This girl had passed away for a century, but what she does every night is terrifying. Even though this young child has been dead for more than a century, she continues to do this horrifying act every night. When her body was discovered by a family, she was sent to the museum to be investigated and displayed for visitors to see. She doesn't, however, appear to be older than 100. In the midst of the devastating Spanish flu pandemic in 1920, Rosalia Lombardo's parents were frightened to learn she had pneumonia. The Lombardos had done everything they could to protect their daughter as the disease had been ravaging the nation like wildfire. The Lombardos had prayed for a child for years since they had always wanted one. And when his wife finally became pregnant, he believed it to be a miracle. He made the decision to keep his daughter. She does something in the museum every night that everyone finds to be both terrifying and perplexing. Many claim to have witnessed her eyes open and close in her lifelike frozen state. She is rumored to dropily open and shut her eyelids at night. One can begin to understand the love and endearment of Mr. Lombardo had for his daughter and why he wanted to keep her around all the time. She probably didn't want to leave either. Some people have even said that her adorable spirit is still present. After she passed away, Mr. Lombardo approached the brilliant Alfredo Salafia, a scientist and academic who was well known for his work in body preservation. However, the sympathetic Dr. Alfredo agreed after hearing the father's sad tale. He had been experimenting with a novel solution that he believed would enable him to effectively preserve the body. He used a technique that many today find extraordinary. The doctor's very specific and meticulous techniques allowed him to keep Rosalia's body in the best possible condition. He was able to photograph her while she was still, just before she expired. She looked amazing, and Mr. Lombardo was speechless. There was only one problem. Mr. Lombardo believed Rosalie was being transported to the mortuary to be prepared for her funeral when the police escorted her out of the house. Mr. Lombardo assumed something evil had happened when she was brought back to the house looking like she was still alive. It took Mr. Lombardo a few hours to completely explain what he had done and for her to comprehend it. They created an area for her to stand in their bedroom. Mr. Lombardo didn't quite foresee, however, that his tiny princess would continue to be like such for more than a century after he had passed away. People from the neighborhood continued to visit her grave for weeks after she had died, because curiosity had gotten the better of them. Everyone was astounded to hear that the young child had been preserved. Scientists from all across the world were astounded by this phenomena because it was so unusual. She is currently on display in a museum, where at first glance you might mistake her for a lifelike doll. Her stunning blonde hair and lovely crystal blue eyes may still be seen. This mummy has a really unique quality that astounds visitors from all over the world. This has been seen in history time and time again. But with Rosalie, generations have been able to see the living embodiment of how much her family loved her. What a crazy story of love surpassing the boundaries of time.